Hello! Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read of this channel, my channel is James13 Wicca, so on YouTube that's what it should be. I think it's the same thing on Instagram, just to be fair. For this installment, I'm using for the Tarot Astro Matrix. There's the box, and I know that there's a website on here. It's on the back. astromatrix.org. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you're interested. Supportive Oracle cards, Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish, illustrated by Jesse Reish, and the website's at the bottom. I believe it's hayhouse.com. hayhouse.com, yeah. And I also use dice. I use a 22-sided dice for the Major Arcana. I substitute 22 for 0 for the Fool. And I use a 14-sided dice to choose for the Minor Arcana, Ace through King. 14 being the King, I want to say. I'm going to say. And then a 4-sided dice to choose the element. Those came from, they were a gift, from mathartfun.com. So I think you can get all those different types of dice there. Feel free to check that out if you're interested. Alright, I think we're set. Alright, so if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. And now, on to your reading. Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Leo? Got some fire right off the bat here. Fire, fire, fire. Well, I guess we're going to go with these. Okay. Okay. So, what is this situation is a great question. What is this? It's been comfortable for a while. Am I right with that, or am I wrong? It's been comfortable for a while. The Empress is a good card for looking out for a lot of different people. When that card is balanced, you also look out for yourself. Don't get caught up in the gender, but it's been comfortable, but now it's getting stale. It's kind of like having the same thing every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's always the same. This is Monday's dinner. It's peas and carrots with whatever. Tuesdays is Brussels sprouts with this and that. Wednesday is, rutabagas with whatever else. But it's always the same. Those 3 days are always the same. And you're like, all right, I mean, it's healthy, and I've been eating well, and I'm full, and I feel good, but it's getting boring. It's just like same thing, same thing, same thing. I used to know a Leo that she couldn't stand eating leftovers. She just felt that was so boring. So she would try to not make meals too big because she really didn't like leftovers. She liked to keep things fresh and different. The situation, even though it's good, it's stagnating. And even though you like it, I feel like I'm just like, I'm happy with it, but... And there's some little random things here. I'm allowing some little random things. Where is that going? Yeah, there's problems. I feel like the problems don't even bother you, though. I don't feel like the problems bother you at all. Because it doesn't seem like it's bothering you. It's kind of like there's problems. The Devil came in with the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is being left on the outside. The Devil can be a difficult card, but you can overcome it. And it's kind of like when it shows up, there's some random energy. It doesn't take a lot for you to fix it, though. And it's kind of like, oh, that's a breath of fresh air, but it wasn't really that much of a challenge for me. It doesn't seem to bother you at all. I feel like I'm even used to dealing with the problems to where the problems don't bother me. It doesn't even faze you. It's like, oh, that problem. The problems are predictable. The devil card is an earth card. Can be very predictable. Kind of like, oh yeah, their stapler was in the wrong spot again and they're having a fit. Oh, that never happens. Yeah, I guess we'll just go find where it is, and I bet you I know exactly where it is. It's just kind of like, yeah. It's just, even the problems aren't that big of a deal for you anymore. The thing is, you're very comfortable with the situation too, even though it's boring. Okay. This isn't a problem. Can we shake on that? Can we shake on that? As if we're making a pact or something? 10 of Swords, half in, half out, and the Lovers reversed. The 10 of Swords, half in, half out is like, it's not bad, but the Lovers reversed is like, I don't like it. And it's kind of like, even when there's problems, it's just like, I'm dreading it. I'm starting to really like not like the situation because it's so predictable. The 10 of Swords, half in, half out is telling me nothing is really bad, but I'm not enjoying it. And the longer it goes, the less I like it. I'm just feeling like it's stagnant and old and boring. And it's ironically too peaceful. Too peaceful. Even though the peace card is like considered a very good card, right? For obvious reasons. It's just like, it's kind of like a book on a table. It's like, it's always there. Who cares? Doesn't cause any problems. It's safe. But it's like, maybe it's a book, maybe it's like stereo instructions. A book about how to put a stereo together. You're like, I use the stereo. Like, it's already put together. Like, I don't even care. Like, do we have to keep that book? Like, I guess we need it just in case. It's like one of those things. Okay, so that's where this situation currently is. Okay, we get that. Where are we going with it? Where are we going? The Five of Wands is showing up, so there is some type of ignition going on here. You want things to change. You got the Wheel of Fortune showing up, and then you got the Four of Pentacles reversed. Somebody's upsetting the apple cart here. Somebody is upsetting the apple cart. Ironically, this is your chance to really change the situation. Somebody's becoming a problem. You want this situation to change. The advice here, I know this is going to sound crazy, but this is what I'm getting. Take it with a grain of salt. Don't fix it. Don't go in there and put things back where they go. Don't go in there and put out all the fires. Don't fix it. Don't fix it. Wait to see what these people do with it. And I feel like a lot of you are going to be like, yeah, they're going to make it a crazy mess. It's going to be nuts. And that's going to be your opportunity for a bigger change. And you want change. Take it with a grain of salt. If this doesn't fit or if this sounds rotten, don't do it, of course. You want big change. You're ready for it. And if they make it a big enough mess, you can go in there and restructure the whole thing and nobody's going to complain because you're just picking up somebody else's mess. All you have to do is not fix it. I don't know. Does this sound unscrupulous? Does this sound bad? I don't know what to think of this. Because you can create a whole new situation and people will be very open to it. Very open to it because the situation got out of control. The thing is, these people want a chance to do it their way anyway. You're just letting them do that. And then when it doesn't work, and it won't work. It won't work. When it doesn't work and you have to fix it, you get to restructure it in a whole new way, in a fresh way. It's kind of like, I don't know if this is going to be bad. I feel like it's kind of like somebody working in one of those factories, one of those bakery factories, and it's kind of like, all right, people are doing things wrong. The machines can't handle that. That's not what you're supposed to put in that machine. But if they break the machine, then we have to get a different machine. And if we're going to get a different machine, maybe that was a donut machine. Maybe we can get a different machine that can not just do donuts, but has 5 other functions along with it. It can make donuts, eclairs, and cakes, and pies, whatever. I don't know if that's even a thing, but you know what I'm saying. That's where your door opens. I don't know. It seems unscrupulous. It does a little bit, but they're like, you want change. These people want a chance to prove that they can fix it themselves. Give it to them. I keep getting that it's not going to work. And I feel like it's not going to work. So, I don't know. Is this doable for you? I don't know. Let them do what they want to do. It opens different doors. It opens a chance. I also feel like when I keep looking at this, and I'm going to use that bakery thing, it's kind of like this machine just used donuts. You've been saying for years, we need a better machine. We need to replace that machine. We need to replace that machine. We need to get an updated machine. And people are just like, no, Leo, it's fine. No, Leo, we're not going to do that. No, Leo, we're not going to spend that money. And then these people want a chance to fix it themselves. They're like, I know they're going to screw it up. And if they screw it up, it's not going to be usable. And if it's not usable, we got to get a whole new machine. And if we have to get a whole new machine, we can get the one I think we should have. I don't know. I know this sounds unscrupulous. I don't know what to say. This is what they're saying. Go with. I don't know. I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm still like, what are we doing here? Because the situation will fall apart. People will be like, oh my God, what happened? What did we do? Now we got to start back at square one. This is like bringing the situation down to square one. So you can reform it the way you prefer it to be anyway. It's fresh. It's new. It's also like, if I'm looking at this same analogy, it's kind of like, sure, we got to spend the money to get that new machine, but we can do so much more with it. We make so much better profit with it. Like more profit, more diversity. It's what the situation needed anyway. This is just your workaround to make it happen. People are going to realize what happened, but you didn't do anything wrong. People wanted to handle it themselves. You let them do that. People needed something better to happen here along with. You're not the only one that needed something better. It needed to happen, and it's going to come forward. Is this going to turn out good for Leo? Because I don't see you doing anything wrong by going that way. You're doing what's right for you. The Five of Swords reversed is like, it was headed this way anyway. You might be putting a shortcut in the system. It was coming sooner or later anyway. This change was coming sooner or later. You're just not letting it drag out any longer than you have to. I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt, because I'm like, if you just decide not to fix it for them, I don't know. As long as you feel okay with it, I don't know. I'm perplexed. I'm perplexed. I really am. I'm just kind of like, this is where we're going with this. The situation does need upgrades. And I do feel like there is some resistance to that. This is how to get around it. This is how to work around it. Let them fix it themselves. And when it falls apart because you didn't fix it for them, I guess we're doing those upgrades now. I feel like you're too important to this situation for them to get rid of you anyway. So, I don't know. I'm still like, wow, is this really where this is going? Is this really where... I'm just roll with it. Use your own sense of morality on that one. I don't even know what to think. I don't know what to think. I'm just like, really... It's not bad. You're just not fixing it for them. You're just like holding back the gift of you for a while. And I do feel like these people give you a hard time. So maybe that's a double lesson. Like they want to give you guff and all this and all that. You know, all right, fine, you do it. Let's see where it takes you. You think you could do a better job? Go ahead, do a better job. And when they don't, it just goes to your advantage. I feel like I'm trying to make peace with myself over this one because I'm just like, this feels like something. I'm like, all right, I guess, well, you decide for yourself, of course. Naturally, you will anyway. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.